Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to ETS2. 2 episodes in 1 week. Isn't that a treat? Anyway, you might notice something different about the truck. Something is wrong with this picture. But don't panic. Don't panic, that's just because there is another update from MrCapital. The MP3 Reworks that he made is now in 3.0. In the previous episode, it was 2.0, and the interiors changed. So right now, we don't have any interiors. Our guy is floating in the middle right there. But hopefully, we get that in shortly. One sec, I think I have to move in and out of this. Those beautiful sounds are from Lean, the Actros expert. And it's a pretty rainy afternoon. We are still in Cologne. How do you pronounce it, by the way? I've gotten a couple of comments in the last episode. How do you say it in the German word, the Köln? And the English version is, I know it's Cologne. Should be. Otherwise, I don't really know what to do anymore. But yeah, anyway, so yes, in this episode we will update this truck, and as requested, as aligned, we will go with the Tandem setup. I think a lot of people like that one. So if you can't find this, if you don't have this list here and you downloaded MrCapital's reworks already, that's because there is a separate file in the same link that I have in the mods list. There is a file at the bottom of the post for the rigid chassis, and that requires a separate file in the RJL Tandem add-on from Cast as well, but it's all detailed there, so you just have to read it. Okay. Now what kind do we want? I would prefer just a simple 6x4. Yes, let's keep it simple. The engine can be the same, the retarder can be the same, the transmission rather, and this is the new thing. So if you look from outside, oh, it's actually filled now. Yeah, because we changed the chassis. So there is now an option to put a truck skin here. And if I pick our Ragen cells here, and MrCapital replied to the video last time. Thank you for checking out the video, MrCapital, and thank you for your awesome mod. He told me that this company is a recycling company. That's the logo you will see later on. So they don't normally haul helicopters, but maybe we can make an exception. So yeah, this is what it does. You can actually, from the default like this, you can make it more vibrant. You can make it exactly like the truck skin. See, like green and yellow things there. So it makes it a little bit more exciting, doesn't it? There's an option as well to have that different texture. I think I prefer this one though. Yeah, but definitely not that one. No. That one I think is more acceptable. Green and black, not too bad. But you guys let me know if you're okay with it, or if you're cringing right now. Okay, good. Then let us add in this also some beacons have been added. And with the additional beacons, I don't think we need these anymore, because look at how beautiful this is. Look at that. There is an option for a beacon, or a beacon with extra lights. So built-in lights there. Not sure if that lights up though. It's a bit... the flares there are a bit different. But fine. So I don't think we need these anymore. Can remove those. Yes. Again, just keep that one. We do need a spoiler for sure. The trim, what is that? Oh, you can change that. I didn't know that. But yeah, I want that plastic. There should be a dot here somewhere. There you go. Sometimes it's a bit hard to see. A side spoiler. I think it would be easier if we... Oh, that actually looks pretty nice, huh? If we put in the box first. And I had a couple of... I was working on this for a couple of minutes. Actually, almost an hour, I think. Trying to determine which one would be the best. And basing on the available jobs in the freight market, it seems like the Ekeri is the most available. Like, it would give us the most flexibility in terms of the number of jobs we can take. In terms of looks, I would have preferred going with the Cracker, because it has that yellow lining at the top. But I found that the job market doesn't always have this setup, especially the Tandem version. The semi-trailer skin with this, it has, but the Tandem, not really. But the Ekiri is always available, so we'll go with that. That one. And it's not too bad, right? Not too bad. The only question is, should it be the higher one or the lower one? And this is what I always get wrong. This is what I always get wrong. So I can find a suitable spoiler for this one like that, and that would be perfect for this. Yes. Or I can have like a roof wing like so, which I guess would be more apt for the higher one, the 4.4 meters. Truck paint. Yeah, that would work. Yeah, I never know which one though, but we'll go with this. We'll go with this, just for a more exotic look, if that's how you can call it. Right? And then I'm sure we should find like some kind of side skirt somewhere. There we go. BDF stuff, indeed. Let's go for Ekiri. Yeah, side covers Ekiri. Oh, fancy. Painted. Oh, that's a different paint. Yeah, but yeah, I can go with that. There's even like an extra box here. That one is perfect. Yeah, that one works pretty well. I think we'll go with that. And do we have other things? Chassis stock VBG. What is VBG? I have no clue. This one is nice though. Has that lift in there. But it kind of it removed all our tail lights. Rip. Okay, there it's back. VBG with lift again. I don't quite get it. It's kind of hard to see. Maybe if you look at the tire at the back. Yeah, that one. Oh, this is actually pretty nice. I like that. I hope it doesn't like hit some tires or hit the ground at some point, but that looks pretty interesting. Let's go with the NTM lights. Why not? Yeah, that looks pretty fancy, doesn't it? Now I am liking this truck. Very good. Now the fenders. Ooh, what is this? Parlock fenders. So many options, wow. Small. Do we even need fenders here? Because I'm afraid I had this problem before. When I had too high fenders, it was actually damaging the truck. Just because the fenders were touching the trailer here, the box. So they were squeezing against each other, and I was getting continuous damage even when I was not moving at all. So I guess you could either have fenders but are low, or not have fenders at all. No, I don't want paint. I do not want paint. Oh, that's pretty nice, huh? Ekiri. Cut for... I don't know what that means. Compare that with this. Oh, for the front. The front is cut. Mercedes. What is that? Ooh, okay. Definitely want that one. Definitely don't want the painted version. Yeah, that works because there's a box there. And one more here. Which one was that? I guess it's this one, huh? Yeah. And we can get the cut version as well, I guess. Oh, it doesn't have the cut version. Okay. Yeah, because this doesn't have a box in front. I guess that kind of makes sense. Hopefully it makes sense for you as well. Continental Eco Plus. Okay, same tires. That's beautiful. Same. Okay, yeah. Everything has been applied. Good. Alright, what else? What is this? Poricad. Ekiri, Tandem. Do you guys see anything? Yeah, it's a hard thing to see here. I think it's like a spoiler or some sort. If you scroll there. Yeah, that one. Like mud flaps. Mud guards. Something like so. Good. I'm pretty happy with that, I think. That looks such a treat, doesn't it? Man, that looks much better than the initial one we had. Good. Alright. 82k, wow, that almost cost like another truck entirely. Okay, let's look at the interior. Can we change this? Steering wheel? You can have a truck. It might be a bit too much. Huh, it might be a bit too much. Actually, even the green ones here, it might be a bit too much already. I do like the one on the chair, but this one is a bit exaggerated, I think. You guys let me know though, we can always adjust it. But for now, let's keep the black steering wheel. We don't want it too green. And yeah, let's keep it that there. What is this? Navigator stock, navigator paint. Let's go with stock. Alright. What is that there? Stock or stock paint? Oh, interesting. That doesn't look nice. It's better it's stock. Yeah. Eyebrows. The MP3 eyebrows, I would call it. Yeah, green shifter. Very interesting. Manual or automatic? Good, I think we're good there. Let us proceed. Yeah, Mercedes-Benz logo, white interior lights, good to go. Ka-ching. And there we have it. The new truck in all its glory. You guys like? I like. It's kind of hard to view it from here though. It's a bit too zoomed in. But that definitely looks beautiful. Now the trick is to find the appropriate trailer for this one, because I always get this wrong for some reason. I always get this wrong. There we go. We are still in Cologne, is how I will pronounce it, alright? With the reworks from Grimes. I am loving it. Definitely loving it. And we are going to Frankfurt for this next job, which has been rebuilt as well. It's part of the German city rebuild from Grimes. The only thing I hate about this is the cities might be nice, but the roads between them aren't, because the roads between them are from the 5-year-old ETS2 map from SCS. So it's a bit dated. The roads are not too realistic, especially if you take into account that these should be massive autobahns. So you will have to bear with me, okay? Also, we'll be doing some more Q&A. Jay has a couple more questions for us. Thank you for those questions, Jay. We'll try to tackle them one by one. Oh, slow down, because I am not yet familiar with this truck. Yeah, am I going to hit that? I'm looking at my front mirror there, and I cannot, absolutely cannot tell anything about it. I think I will make it. Yeah, looks good. Good. So if we take one of these, so I have Cast's entire trailer pack, Ekeri, NTM, and Cracker. Yes, so we're going to Frankfurt. It's going to be a short trip. That's fine, just to test things out. But the problem is, okay, that's going to be tricky. The problem is I'm not really sure which one it should be. I think it's this one. This is a pretty long tandem trailer. I'm not sure if there is a shorter version. I don't think so. But it's nice that MrCapital created specific skins for for Cast's trailers. So you don't have that plain white look, and you have a matching look, and you can change it in almost any job. So one more option is the NTM instead of Ekeri. Where is that? That one. So there should also be, there we go, an NTM dolly. But yeah, I never know the height though. If you have tips on how to find the right height, you let me know, okay? But yeah, the one I want is this one in particular, the one with the yellow one on top. But if you look at the dollies from the Cast pack, it all has the same paint job from the company, I think, or something. But these ones are only for the semi, which is very strange because from MrCapital's screenshots, I saw that they had a tandem trailer with this kind of skin. But I'm not sure why I don't have it. I tried turning on and off some of the mods I have for trailers. It doesn't seem like there's a conflict. So I don't know, maybe he did some change last minute. It's not there anymore, or I'm not really sure. But I'm going to hope that it's that one. Chimney systems. And before I accept that, one trick I figured out is it's actually there already, even if you haven't accepted the job yet. So you can actually come close to it, measure it up first, and then go back to this place to accept the job when we're sure that it is the right height. And it seems like it is. Yeah, it seems like it is, right? So for the first time ever, I will have a matching trailer with the correct height. Alright, so let's pick that up. Because I've had this problem for so long. Whenever I get a tandem job like this, I always get the wrong height. So the trailers are mismatching and it looks absolutely ugly. But that one looks good. Let's take that. Okay, don't you suddenly change your height for me, okay? Because that would be just cheaty. I am loving the changes with the 3.0 version though from MrCapital. Thanks again for this awesome mod. Made even better with the tandem. That is the highlight of this mod, I would say. Everything else is amazing, but the tandem is just... yeah, it's in the integration with Cast's trailers. And the skins, beautiful. Thank you for the amazing work. Whoa. Okay, that is going to be pretty crappy. Maybe I didn't do that correctly. I hope I didn't ruin the dolly there. Misaligned it somewhere. Okay, that looks good, right? There we go. Okay, it doesn't look too bad. Are the trailer cables working? Yes, they are. Look at that. Fancy. Trailer cables with tandems. Beautiful. Can we haul it? Kinda. Oh crap. Front mirror clipped through the trailer. Fine. Yeah, so it's been a while since I drove this kind of thing. But from what I remember, this trailer is deceptively nimble. So even if it's as wide as that, it's not as bulky as it looks. It is pretty maneuverable. And I guess that's because of the dolly. The dolly is pretty cooperative. But we will see. Like that one. Look at that. So I'm not really turning here like on I'm not really giving a wider berth for this. I'm not making a wider turn, but it just follows me without any issue whatsoever. It's beautiful. And now that, yes, we have been exploring Cologne, the remade Cologne, for more time than the previous episode, I am starting to appreciate even more the beauty of it, the varied buildings and whatnot. Loving it. So as we go on the highway, I guess right now actually it should be pretty stable already. You should be able to start with a Q&A already. But yeah, I am really loving this. We have to take a photo for sure. Question is how. The reflections are beautiful. We'll for sure encounter a bridge somewhere where a photo would be perfect. What I'm not sure is if Cast's trailers are part of the AI traffic as well. I don't think they are. I think you only see them in your own jobs, but not in the AI trucks trailers like those. At least that's what I think. But if you see one on the road, let me know, okay? Let's turn on the digital speedo like so. Alright, let's get started with the Q&A. We have a couple of questions, all from Jay. He listed a couple. Yeah, I answered a lot of them during the ATS episode last time, but he has a lot more, which is perfect. So thanks a lot for that, man. Okay, let me... traffic light up ahead. Perfect timing though. See, I hope I don't hit that post. And look at how wide that trailer just sways. It sways very wide, but it doesn't really go beyond where we've gone. It's like it follows exactly where we are traveling. It doesn't like kick away, or I'm not sure how you say it, but I guess you get what I mean. It is pretty heavy though, I'll give it that. It's 18 tons. And I'm not sure how the physics works with the tandem setup. If the truck itself is heavier, I think it is. So it might be cause for a bit of harder pulling as well. So the truck itself is heavier because we have a load built in. We have a trailer built in. We have a box, and the trailer itself that we're hauling is quite heavy, 18 tons. And we don't have the most powerful engine, so it's going to be a bit more exciting, I would say. Right, let's proceed with the questions. Now, a couple of these initial questions, unfortunately, I will not have very exciting answers, but I'll explain, right? So Jay has the following questions. What is the funniest thing to happen to you this year? Also, coupled with that is the... Up. You stop. I should have right of way, I think. What are we hauling anyway? Chimney systems to be recycled, I guess. Because it is a recycling company. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe this one could work. Before we proceed further, because that is so nice. That bend. That should highlight the trailers a bit more. The curved road should be perfect, I think. Not too bad, right? Not too bad. Now, only we need is a very nice... Oh, the grass is a bit in the way, but that one looks beautiful. Yeah. That one does the trick. Or it's better if I... make it wider like so. You know what? I'll get two options, because that tandem look definitely is a winner. But I'll get the close-up as well. That one I think works pretty fine. Yes. Good. I'm happy. Now we really proceed. So Jay asks, what is the funniest thing to happen to you this year, and the most embarrassing thing to happen to you? So the funniest and most embarrassing things. Now, I would have loved to be able to think of something, but as you might know, I have goldfish memory, which is basically meaning I have very poor memory, and I almost always forget things that have happened in the past few weeks or months. So I have a very low memory retention ability. Engine braking. Oh, this is beautiful actually. This bit of road here. Engine brake like mad. Love that idle sound. So yeah, unfortunately, I have the memory of a goldfish. I remember, I forget so quickly. Wow, that's a very nice truck and trailer. And sorry, I always keep getting sidetracked off the topic, because whatever I see, I have to comment on. I cannot resist. Some of them are pretty nice. And I wonder where that came from. Sizzles, maybe. No clue. Probably. A bit too low. Let's go with that. There we go. So yeah, unfortunately I don't have any specific moment. I did remember that I had lots of fun during the farming stream yesterday though. It was awesome. It was the first farming stream ever that where we tried multiplayer. So I would suggest you guys check it out. There have been a couple of clumsy moments in there, some physics funny moments that can only be achieved in multiplayer. It's a bit yeah, that really gave me a laugh. Actually, I remember some of the guys were mentioning it's the first time they saw me laugh that hard. But yeah, it's really cracked me up. So thank you for joining me there, and looking forward to the next farming streams where we can do more multiplayer. Good thing the rain stopped. Good. Green all around. Look at that view. Beautiful, isn't it? Man, I love it. Even if we're super slow, we'll get there in time. I hope. It is an important delivery, so ETA is a bit short. But yeah, I think we're just going to nick it. Just going to make it if we keep this speed up. Good. So yeah, unfortunately I don't have a specific moment, but one of the, that's the funniest thing I can remember right now. I'm sure I've had a lot more, like a lot of other funny moments, but that one definitely is the nearest in my memory bank, and that one includes you guys, so I think it's very relatable. And yeah, by the way, I forgot to say, I just noticed that maybe it just got unlocked, but you might have seen it in the YouTube channel. We now have the community tab available. The community tab is where you can post stuff, and where I can post stuff whenever I have announcements, whenever I want to like do a poll or share images or share updates. Instead of sharing them on Facebook or Twitter, I can now actually share them directly in YouTube. So I have now like a feed, and if you have the notifications turned on for my channel, then I think you should be notified whenever I post something there. So whenever I post, or whenever I announce something, or whenever I ask something, you should get a notification so you can participate. That's actually quite beautiful with the interaction, so we can all you guys can see better what I have planned, and if I have anything going on, you'll be able to see it there easier instead of having to look in Facebook or Twitter to get the scoop on what's been happening. So yeah, I'm planning to really make use of that as much as I can. Yeah, so that's a small announcement, and I did post a test thing, a sample post in the community tab. So if you guys have some time, go and check it out, and if some people have seen it already, let me know, because I'm quite interested to know if it's a useful thing, if people see it, if they don't like if you're just browsing YouTube, or if you're not doing anything, will you still see it, or do you have to specifically go to that tab in order to see the messages? Because if you have to do that, then it defeats the purpose. Anyway, yeah, so let's go back to the questions. The funniest thing? Farm sim moments, I would say. Embarrassing thing? Embarrassing thing. A lot of embarrassing things have happened to me, but as always, I cannot think of anything specific, so maybe let me share in general. I'm a very awkward guy in reality. I'm a very introverted guy. I'm a very socially awkward guy. And so whenever I meet with someone new, like in the office, the parties, whenever I interact with someone who I'm not close with, it's almost always going to be an embarrassing moment. So, and I've come to accept that part of life. Like I'm really an awkward person. I'm a clumsy person. I'm a awkward person, and I can try and improve that. But at the core of it, that is my nature. So I'm not an expert at social interactions. Yeah, and I've come to accept that. So, but I have to consciously like stop myself from overthinking, because that's the main problem I have. Like whenever I interact with someone and I'm not too happy with the result. Like I was a bit awkward, which happens almost all the time, or I forgot to say something. I tend to overanalyze it. Yeah, so I tend to like say, and I am speeding here, aren't I? Is it 60 really? Okay, 60 it is then. It's very slow, huh? Let's go in 6th gear. 6 low I think is perfect. Yeah, for 60. So yeah, it's a weakness of mine. I tend to overanalyze things. I tend to think, oh, I should have said this. Oh, I should have said this line instead of that. Oh, I should have told myself this and this. I should have told her, or should have told him. So many things, many regrets. Oh, random events in play. Welcome to 1.31. Pretty nice, huh? Awesome. Love it. Hopefully everything's okay. But that's a pretty nice touch. So yeah, I tend to overanalyze things. So whenever I do something awkward or embarrassing, I tend to think of what I should have done, and I tend to beat myself up. Like, oh, stupid, why didn't you do that and do this and do that? And I've come to realize that it's a useless gesture. You can try and analyze what you could have done, but there is no point in trying to punish yourself because you missed something, because it really takes practice, and it really takes determination, I guess, to not punish yourself for that, because that is my nature. And of course I will try to improve as much as I can, but you cannot really change everything. Oh crap, 2nd gear, going high. Wow, super heavy. Maybe I need a stronger engine for this, huh? Slowest truck ever. Good. Alright. Yeah, so nowadays, because I've realized that, I tend to catch myself. So the initial reaction, the initial instinct would still be to overanalyze what happened. Like, oh man, I suck, I should have done this. But then it's like this defense mechanism, this conscious thinking of catching myself doing that kicks in, and like, no, don't do that, and just let it go. You know, you're awkward, just leave it at that, accept it and move forward, and just try and do better next time. Yeah, don't beat yourself up because of that. That's how I usually think now. And yeah, it led to a better performance overall. I mean, it led to better conversations. Like when I try not to think too critically of myself, then things flow more naturally. Instead of trying to please the other person, I tend to just enjoy the conversation, you know, no pressure, and just let it be. If I screw up, then I screw up. If not, then not. What is this? Why am I going to pass through this stop? That is a weird GPS decision, isn't it? Anyway, passing through. Why not? Okay. Slow down a little. We are quickly reaching the speed limit. It's very weird. I guess this is because it's the shorter route, technically speaking. But fine. Actually, for an SES default area, this is not too bad, huh? I'm enjoying the scenery here. And I guess the trees, the textures are a bit different because of spring mode. So actually it looks pretty nice. I actually like this. It's not that bad. I was expecting a lot worse scenery. This being 5-year-old Germany, after all. Come on, can do faster than that, hopefully. There we go. Biggest rest stop ever. Yeah, so that's what I can share, even though I can't share anything specific. But yeah, that might help some of you. We might have some introverts as well in the channel. And if you're prone to doing the same mistakes that I do, then that might help you overall. Stop trying to please others. Stop trying to act cool. Just be yourself and enjoy, and it will all turn out to be better in the end. Maybe not always, but more often than not. Good. Yeah, even this one is not too bad. Pretty large intersection. Alright, so that's my main answer for those two. The next one, have you pranked someone and what was the outcome? This is another one of those memory tests which I am going to fail. Pranking. I'm not too much in the habit of pranking. Yeah, I'm a killjoy, because my main reason behind it is I'm pretty much a fan of the golden rule. I know I am such a kill sport. Not fun at all. I'm pretty boring, but I'm pretty much a fan of the golden rule. And is this 80? Yeah, this is 80. Okay, so I should be able to speed up. That trailer is pretty nice. Wonder which that one's from. That's a Tandem. Interesting. Yeah, so I'm pretty much a fan of the golden rule. Like, do unto others what you want them to do unto you. Things like that. Or the opposite way. Don't do to them what you don't want to be done to yourself. So, I don't want anyone pranking me. I hate that. So, I tend not to prank anyone as well. Although just the small jokes is pretty fine. And mostly I've been I'm a very quiet person, you could say. I like that vlogging thing, especially when it's with people I'm not too familiar with or close with. And the closer I am to someone, the noisier I get. So I'm actually just pretty noisy when it comes to Mrs. Clumsy. But with other people, not so much. So yeah, I don't really do a lot of pranks. I don't really get too noisy at that. So yeah, pretty boring guy, you might imagine by now. But yeah, that's how I roll, you know. Just chill, nothing too exciting. Thank you. But in terms of pranking, can I remember a specific prank? Oh man, I really suck at this. Maybe not, yeah. I tend to be, yeah, as I mentioned before, I think I kind of skipped through childhood, which is something I regret now. Like, I think I wanted to grow up so fast that I kind of skipped through the childhood phase, more or less. And I wanted to become an adult as quickly as possible. So I didn't get to enjoy the things like kids would enjoy, like pranks and whatnot. I jumped immediately to maturity, so to speak. Frankfurt am mine. Oh, this looks so good. Look at that skyline. And this actually looks realistic. I've been to Frankfurt once, and it does look similar to this one. There's the TV tower. The buildings, I guess, are pretty realistic as well, and it looks massive, as it should. Yeah, so no pranks, unfortunately. I kind of skipped through that one, and now I kind of regret it, being too eager to become an adult. Sometimes I tend to like becoming a child again. But yeah, ultimately though, I'm pretty happy. Oh, I love this. So good. This looks so good. Thank you, Grimes, for this awesome reworks. Man, yeah, when I was in Frankfurt, I think I just had like 1 or 2 days in there, because I actually went away for work, so I wasn't in actual Frankfurt. I was only there because the airport was nearby, and I had my German friend tour me around, but he also wasn't familiar with Frankfurt, so we both got lost, and we had to like ask around like the cable cars and whatnot. Got lost with the lines and everything. Everything was in German, and he was not familiar also with the place, so we got lost together and ate a lot of German food. Anywhere we ended up in, that looks so beautiful, that skyline. It is a bit laggy though, but yeah, it's a price we have to pay whenever we're in the city, especially in this area. So it's yeah, we ate what was that? Schnitzel, I think, right? That like breaded pork thing. And Frankfurt is famous for a specific, I forgot what it is, but if you're from Frankfurt or if you're German and you're familiar with it, you let me know in the comments, okay? There's this signature from Frankfurt, a certain like sauce, a certain flavor for schnitzel, and it's like this green thing, like I'm not sure if it's like pesto like thing, maybe not, but I remember it was green and it was really good, and I kept ordering it time and time again. I loved it. So like in many restaurants that we went, I ordered the same thing because it was just so good. And yeah, they told me it was like a Frankfurt specialty. Because this schnitzel has like breaded pork. Oh, that's a pretty nice trailer. Breaded pork, but has a sauce as well. And I think that sauce is the unique one. Oh, we have to reverse. Engine died. Nothing happened. No one saw that. Okay, how the heck do you park this thing? It should park like a normal trailer because we have a tandem and not a double trailer setup. But that crookedness can get us into trouble, I'm sure. This is not enough space. We'll have to reverse. We'll try though. Oh man, yeah, that dolly complicates things though. Yeah, with that dolly around, I think it needs to be... Let's have a look at the trailer cables. Yeah, we'll have to think about this some way else. So even though we're here already on the 42-minute mark, I think it will take like 20-30 minutes more to park this thing. We'll try to do it though. We'll do our best. But I might have to resort to third person like what I'm doing now, because it's going to be a very tricky parking. Yeah, this dolly is going to complicate matters. I think with the dolly in the picture, it acts like a double trailer. Yeah, the parking is like a double trailer setup. I think I should be able to like go out like this maybe. Oh, that is such a long trailer. And reverse from here. Let's have a look. Am I late? 48 minutes left. That's not 1:1 though, so I don't really have 48 minutes. Okay, let's do this third person, okay? Let's see. I think this is not enough space. I have to move forward more. Pardon me for this, but I think it will be the best if we just do this third person. Okay, move just a little. The key, I've been told, to parking properly is to make it as gradual as possible, like so. And yeah, I know that's not looking good at all, but maybe we can take it from the other side. Yeah, look at that. I'm actually parking in a different area. So that means this angle doesn't cut it. We'll have to move to this part. Now, if you're like me and you're struggling to park doubles or tandems with dollies, then join the club. Let's learn this together. Okay, let's do like a 90-degree turn. I don't like doing this because it's really tricky, but maybe it will help get as much space as possible and steer I'm steering to the right so that the trailer moves to the left. This is actually even harder when you have a double trailer setup. Tandem is simpler, believe it or not, because the trailer at their back is fixed. In a double trailer setup, this actually is, oh, that's too much now. In a double trailer setup, it's actually moving as well, right? So it's even more complicated. Alright, so if we do this, go forward like so, all the way, then the angle should be little. Just turning a little like that, and counter it immediately. Then we have to keep looking and try to lessen that angle. I know this can be a bit frustrating, and you are free to fast forward, but I think I really want to do this the right way. So let's learn this together, alright? Alright, that looks good. Let it steer like so. I'm wondering how it looks from inside. Is there even a chance of doing this? There is, but very slim. 0.1% maybe. Okay, let's make it sharper. I do need it a lot sharper now. Bro, come on. You can do this. Yeah, because that turn is not doing pretty well. There you go. That doesn't look good, does it? That's fine. It's progress, I think. Okay, let's do that. And make him turn all the way there. And then let's meet each other on the other side. We're going to hit that guy. I might, but the heck with it. Up here, but we'll see. Oh, that's too sharp. Definitely too sharp. Let's try and do it the proper way. Go on this end. Correct it up like so. Yeah, that looks better. That looks much better. That's progress right there. Maybe I can even park this in first person now. One sec. Let's see. So if I want to move here, I move the opposite side. I move my steering wheel to the left. Like that. That should make it turn to the other side. Oh, it's not turning fast enough. It's not turning fast enough. Let's do something else. Let's make it straighter. Okay. This is what I hate about these parkings, because it's even though I have simple parking turned on, cast trailers don't seem to care about that. So it is not registered as like a double trailer or a tandem. So this is like simple parking already. Okay, that looks good. Good. Alright, even it out. Going to hit something for sure on that side. but we can even it out little by little, like so, right? Hopefully. Oh man, I wonder if we're late now. 27 minutes. Okay, not yet, not yet. Right, if I want to make you turn hard, I do that. That looks good. And then stop, straighten it out. Yeah, this is my hatest thing with tandem setup. Usually you have to park really hard like this. Okay, don't screw this up. Okay, that looks good so far. Let's take it super slow. I have to turn it though. I have to turn you like so. Come on, turn bro, turn. There we go. And counter it. Yeah, that's too much. That's too much. The angle is a bit tricky because sometimes it doesn't seem like it's going to turn. Actually, you know what? That's almost good already, right? Okay, let's go with it like this. Key here is to keep it super slow. Like that. Just kick it like so. Does that work? There we go. I'll take that. I will take that. Thank you. Goodness. That took 10 minutes all in all. Next time maybe I just skip it. Alright, good. Let's have a look at how the stats are in terms of the parking, the fuel economy. 49.44. Ah, that's pretty bad. 240 kilometers, 49.44. Well, that's a tandem setup for you. Pretty heavy. I guess we didn't have much time to save on fuel. But that's fine. It looked pretty cool anyway, right? And I'll take that. It does look pretty cool, I'll give it that. So we'll do some more jobs like this and we'll probably look at some other areas. Maybe explore more of the German rebuilds, or if you have any specific tour or any specific place in mind, you guys let me know, okay? But yeah, let's leave it there for now. Let me park this up. I am loving this beautiful, beautiful truck. Thank you, MrCapital. This is one of my favorite ones. A perfect work truck. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you liked that one. If you did, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button, comment, share, and check out the community tab in my YouTube channel and participate in the discussions. Yeah. Looking forward to your comments. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Catch you in the next one. Clumsy trucking. And bye-bye. Bye-bye. There you go.